stream. Go. Record. Yeah. We live. Hello. Look at that.
Hola,
Welcome
¿cómo
to
está?
Big Biz. Lord Captain, an urgent report from the vessel Shrine. A group of unknown assailants has invaded his temple. And plundered the incorruptible relics of your ancestors, slaughtering devout worshippers as they went. The high effect totem is among the casualties. Had Master Montag and Mistress Sourback not arrived in time. Fortunately, Master Danrock survived and remains conscious, albeit in great pain. He implores your lordship to come to the temple and hear his confession.
Is this crossbar normal on the map?
What? What?
I'm just
Yes.
moving my mouse around,
Yes,
and I
it
don't
is.
remember that. Okay, continue.
It's normal. It's always there.
And so it comes to pass. I performed a reading of his tarot after the morning watch siren, but the visions sent by the Undying One were too indistinct. I saw rivers of blood flowing towards the bones of the dead, and a blurred figure, laughing, treading upon the ashes of the fallen. It is now clear, the Undying One desires me to follow the figure's tracks. Thus, my hunt begins. Do I have to bring Cabela?
Yes.
Why did? Oh yeah, we have to have Camilla. Stupid. Ow!
Because it's her quest line.
She doesn't need to go on her own quest. She could just sit this one out.
Look at all the blood.
Oh, that's why she's here.
Sir.
I see you have no control of your
Didn't
character.
control my legs.
Are you okay?
Hep.
Your arms don't seem to work.
Another one of these
Fixed it.
mistakes. Well, that was a waste of a med
Toasted.
kit.
I saw you were cold, so I wanted to help you out.
Toasty.
Understood.
They all dead, son.
So it seems.
It seemed very dead.
Investigate.
And these servants are begging for some reason? Their
It was
accomplices
very
don't
much
want names.
information.
Say again?
I said they would very much like information, and they don't care who's gonna give it.
And the tech priests are just standing here chatting in the corner.
Nobody fucks with them, they're scary.
Machine Spirit Appeasement Service. May the sacred rite of reboot normalize the system's response.
Keep your wits about you.
Off and on again. That's the off and on again. Yeah. I'm not kidding. That is literally off and on
They're
again.
literally
Fucking
turning
right.
it off and on again.
Double check your aim.
They're hurting her. I have a wound now. I have an injury.
Ow.
I did have a wound. James, can you heal me? No, you can't.
Oh, I don't have healing.
I didn't get hit somehow.
Speak.
I have a nose for
Damn rock.
profit
Before
and a
you do.
taste for
Yeah.
adventure.
The dead know nothing,
Where is
and
where
neither
would you
do
at,
the
though, dude?
ignorant.
I'm going to go talk to that guy.
Everybody's doing stuff.
I was just trying to heal you.
Fella's watching stuff.
Bless you.
Bless you.
He's
This
allergic
is the place
to
for it.
stuff. Forgive me for not greeting your lordship with a bow. I must tell you, Nemesite has stolen the great relic.
Janus, what happened here?
Serfs in red headscarves burst into the chapel and started shooting. Then Lita made for the relic, the remains of honorable road traders brought here from the mutant sullied crypt. And when I realized that the sacred ashes of your ancestors were about to fall into the filthy hands of a heretic, one intent on desecrating the glorious dynasty, that could not be allowed to happen. I blocked the path. The bastard allowed himself a few vile insults against me, which I am obliged to admit, but I did not give in to the provocation. I was hoping to buy myself some time. Then the so-called Nemesite started reviling the customs of the ship, berating its officers and enforcers, before insulting the very name of your lordship yourself. I threw my glove in his face and demanded a duel, but the honorless villain just shot me. He laughed at me, the depraved creature. Did I not do it right? Why are we still on the screen?
Oh, because I'm gonna go change the volume to make sure that volumes are fine. Because we're actually in the game now, and I need to check my volume levels. Sorry.
Man.
You perform brilliantly.
And then he committed sacrilege by stealing the relic and shattering the sarcophagus. Forgive me, your lordship. I have failed to preserve the sacred ashes of your ancestors.
Let's inspect the empty altar behind him.
Man, this is empty.
Oh, I see it's empty. How exactly did he insult me?
I beg forgiveness, your lordship. I dare not repeat this slander.
I insist. What did he say about me? I'm curious.
Called you a ghoul who sits on a throne of bones, feasting on the raw flesh of his servants. Forgive me, your lordship, merely repeating these foul words is making me ill.
Hold on. You're one of the good ones, so I'm not gonna let you die here.
Proud to serve the dynasty. The papers, your lordship. Have the clerk double-check the freight bills. I did not have time to get the seals. My will is in the left-hand drawer.
How badly is the High Factorian wounded?
I mean, like, he's lost some blood, but the fucking doctor make him better. How the fuck do you pronounce that word?
I don't see it anymore, so I don't know. I'm sorry.
Chirurgeon? Chirurgeon? A surgeon
I would,
with a C-H-I-R
I
in
would
front
have
of
been
it.
able to pronounce it if I could have said it.
Scroll up.
I am holding on, your
Oh, I
lord.
can't scroll.
Worry not. What matters now is that you recover that relic.
Chirurgeons.
Definitely urgent from surgeon.
Chirurgeon.
Fucking doctor.
Some
Well,
miracle
it's a-
preserve, master.
It's
A
a
miracle.
it's a clerical surgeon is what it is.
Okay, that makes sense. Some miracle preserve, Master Derek's life long enough that he might address you. His fate now rests in the hand of the Emperor. May he show mercy to the selfless man. Arik, did you see this attack?
I did not. I was on my way to offer a prayer when I heard gunfire and ran as fast as I could. When I got here, I saw Master Danrock, and I think the next thing I did was to press his wound and spout curses. So much for being a heroic repairman. I wasn't much use, was I?
Hey, Jocasta, how'd you let renegades up here? We're all the way up in the upper decks.
They had help. We have discovered the hidden corpses of several chapel attendants. The traders took their clothes and led Nemesite and his accomplices straight past the patrols.
They were good people, pious people. They never slighted a seraph in their life. Why punish them? I swear that these innocents will be avenged. May the Emperor be my witness. Nemesis. Get another spin on their old wives' tale, just because I want to know what they have to say.
This old wives' tale was blessed with amazing corporeality. Whoever the bastard in the red scarf was, he went by that name and spoke very impertinently of your lordship. He dared to mock your generosity and sneeringly thanked you for the supplies you used to pacify the serfs of the Foundry Bay. The scoundrel boasted that his fighters have made good use of the gifts.
Just another arrogant rebel, wrapping himself in the crimson rag and wreaking havoc for the adoration of the Commodores.
Not this time. No one has ever dared to raid the upper decks before. Never in the ship's history has the fury of the rabble been so blind and fierce.
I suppose I will strangle this nemesis with my own two hands.
May the Emperor protect you. Man, he's out. I'm gonna, get him to the hospital.
Please do, so he doesn't, die. I can't buy anything if he's dead.
I feel like your teammate shot me, though.
Which
You got
one?
this weird thing over my head. So, what do we have so far? Master Danrock is on his deathbed, all the attackers are either dead or have absconded along with the sacred relic, and the witnesses all agree on this one thing. Nemesis and his accomplices came out of nowhere and struck suddenly. Only the throne knows where we can find these bastards now.
We will find them. We will turn this vessel inside out if we must. There is nowhere even a void rat can.
There is no need. The blood's whispers will lead us to Nemesis. The blood whisper? Did you perform another divination? Yes and no. His tarot guided me here, and told me of the evil that lurked in the shrine. Beyond that, the bloody path carelessly treads by the raiders will reveal the truth.
With all due respect, Spinner, the enforcers have already questioned all the witnesses and compiled an extensive list of evidence, none of which tells us anything about how or where the 12-maker calling himself Nemesis might have escaped to.
Hey, Gabella. Tell us everything you know. This blood is drawn in a pattern of retribution. The one who spilt it appeared later. They move swiftly and furiously, numb to their own wounds. An enforcer who was drawn to the gunfire and witnessed the sacrilege? Probably. As for this pattern, it was made in fury and desperation. The one who left it was wounded, but they did not flee. They fought back while they could, and then they retreated into the darkness. Into the darkness of the maintenance tunnels hidden within the walls of the shrines. And you gleaned all that from a couple of bloodstains? Or did you have a vision?
Yes.
There is no need for revelations from the Undying Emperor here. For one who has dedicated their life to understanding the tenets of the web, this speaks a language clearer than any words. Blood writes the chronicles of the final hour, and it holds all the answers. It speaks to me. It can tell me what instrument it was spilt. It can tell me with what instrument it was spilt, what its owners felt, whether they struggled in terror, or as cold as the steel of a blade. At what moment and how the thread snapped. For Spinner, no two wounds are alike, and each scarlet drop carries a message from the Undying One. What is her obsession with blood?
She's a blood cultist.
I'm glad she's on our side.
I mean, it makes sense, but still. If the attackers have escaped through the maintenance tunnels, we can send in the enforcers after them.
The technical corridors extend hundreds of meters in different directions. Nemesis and his men must be familiar with the tunnels and possess either a map or a guide. Without a clear trail, the enforcers risk getting lost and wasting valuable time, not to mention the fact that those narrow tunnels are perfect for an ambush.
So we still have no idea where to find Nemesis. The tunnels only answer the question of how he left. Now Death will tell us where he was headed. He stinks of smoke. The smoke of singed coveralls, vile eel sticks, burnt sacred ungulates, and charred meat.
He touches his skin.
Your wound holds the answer. You dress it carefully. Not inside the shrine. Before that, something struck you, ripped the tissue apart, burned you, turned your hand into a worthless lump. It was not fire, no. The fury of the conductive charge. It has marked you, heretic. I recognize your wound, for I myself encountered it on those that take the other side, within the plasma drive chambers. Okay. Eric?
Quack.
It's not anger, is it? Just...
Heinrich?
I am not going to answer any questions regarding spoiler things. But why do you think it would be? Is it because it's the one person you don't hate?
It's the one person I don't hate. He works on the train, he's very comfortable with the train, and he smokes all the time.
Womp womp.
The plasma drive chambers, are you certain? The Undying Ones has blessed me with the ability to see the truth in death. How can anyone doubt the revelations this blessing bestows?
Can't say it's worth drawing conclusions based on a conversation with a corpse. But if it is, then I concur with the esteemed spinner's findings. Patui. All that about the burns, the conductive charge, and the smell of cheap EO immediately made me think of the plasma drive technical compartments. Makes sense to me.
Sarabak, gather the enforcers. We're going to follow Nemesite's trail.
Let's get these assholes.
No, Dolan Simon. You must stay. You are the one that Nemesite has challenged, and those we hunt know you by sight. You will frighten away the prey, and we will lose the trail until the next tragedy occurs. So, what do you suggest we do, Cabela? I will go to the plasma drive chambers alone. I will track down the false champion and all who serve him, and I will prepare the grounds for your own hunt.
Out of the question. An enforcer squad would certainly scare off the vermin, but I'm not letting you go alone, servant of death. You and I will go to the chambers together, and together we will bring down all who dare to insult the Lord Captain.
I'm going too. I have a couple of good friends in the plasma drive chambers. That knows they kinda know everything about everyone. Convincing them shouldn't be difficult, especially if I pull a few favors. It'll be the three of us then, with a company.
So be it. But not like this. Much like your faces, your guises are too conspicuous. Cabela is right. It would be prudent to use a disguise.
The enforcers will procure regular work clothes for us. We will carry only inconspicuous weapons that we can hide easily in our tool bags. It will help us blend in with the crowd.
Before I depart to hunt for Nemesis, I ask the Dolan to bless me. I pledge never to leave your side. The hunt demands that I do just that. Granting this permission by performing the ceremony of twinning. When your people have taken their leave under the gaze of the Undying One, we will begin the rite.
If you're paying, it may take some longer to get through the words.
Because the ping just
Gotta
distracts
figure
me.
out where the noise came from.
What is this ceremony? Rite of blessing for the sacred hunt. With it, the women cast their shadow over the path of carnage. Under your benediction, I will strike harder and tread more softly. Very well. Let the ceremony commence.
With your permission, Lord Captain, the Infernus Master and I will take our leave now and set out to prepare for the descent into the chambers.
Okay.
We dare not intrude, your lordship.
Alright. Please stay.
Getting away from him and his little whatever it is you call them.
Sit down now, Summon Simon, and listen. Let the ceremony of twinning begin.
She gets to carb. On the floor this time.
You are my domain. I am your blade, and I am honed by your blessings. My arms are strong while yours will is strong, and as long as the Undying One hears your prayers, my feet will go unheard.
She stabs her palm and pours the blood into a cup.
With our blood, with our
Okay,
will,
investigate.
we shall spin a scarlet web, the symbol of the hunt. May it herald our prey's demise.
You get the dagger, and then you feel weird.
Just make a small cut on the palm.
The pain gives way to a burning sensation as Cabela grasps your hand and squeezes it over the ritual cup. But this new discomfort is quickly replaced again, this time by a dull numbness and the faint warmth of blood flowing from your open wound.
Twinning is the blood oath I have made to my lord.
She finger points a dagger with the blood on her forehead.
And then on mine. Anoint me with your blessing, Domin Simon, and may the ceremony of twinning commence.
Everything getting hard to see.
May your fury and resolve be unshakable.
That's the choice. There's one point for mercy.
Is there one for
Unless you'd
mercy?
like mercy. Read.
There's lots of words, okay?
You're asking a lot of Thaddeus to read.
You want me to read? I see numbers.
Read.
I choose a number at random.
Don't do that. You're screwing yourself over big time.
Fury and resolve be unshakable. Sounds okay. Loyal to the flagship, be ever steady, guide our mission. Be merciful. Those whom you hunt may be victims themselves. That is a mercy one. There is no turning back for those who have defied the Lord of the Ark. Who have traded the arduous paths of service for the sweetness of false promises. At least, not commonly. But I remember your words, Summon. Your body cannot accompany us on this chase, Domain, with your spirit. There's nothing the spirit cannot do. The twin is complete. You and I are now bound by the blood oath. Think of me while I hunt, as will I think of you. Become a thought flowing through my mind. If the Undying One is gracious to us, he will send your dreams, and in those dreams, you will see me. If he is more gracious still, those dreams will be truthful. These aren't wedding vows, right?
Would it matter if they were?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Man, she's just asking that you wish her luck on a hunt.
What's happening?
Also, she's asking to interweave our souls, which
That's
is why
been
it's
the case
twinning.
this entire day.
I know.
Hey, all of my disk
Honest.
drives aren't in the red anymore.
Congrats on actually uninstalling some games.
Shut up.
Trashy Gabella, let us begin.
She's smiling.
Watch now, Domin Summon. What does thy seeing eye behold in the converging patterns of blood?
Look at her finger paints. She's so proud. You see shifting images in blood. Spider crafting a fine web, blurred shadows that could resemble either a swarm of void rats or an enraged hound. Crossed blades, a card of the Emperor's Tarot, but as soon as your gaze lingers on any of them, reality bleeds through the fluid shape. Here it comes.
Soon your spirit will be able to follow me. I will bid the servants to carry your body to your chambers, where you will not be disturbed. Wait in silence and safety. For me, the hunt has begun.
If I lose power and the recording dies, I'll just have to get your recording. Somehow.
You just want to steal my recording somehow. This is fine.
If it dies, because I'm on MP4. If it stops, it just is dead forever.
That is
He walks away.
that is true. And I hope this is a good recording.
I hope so too, Thaddeus.
Cabell walks away and dialogue. I'm still standing here.
I have some reason to be worried. As my recording will show. I'm glad to be leaving that place with all the incense burning.
Yeah, that's fair.
My computer is glad to be leaving the place with all the incense burning. It's like, man, I had to run Cyberpunk for like a long time earlier, and now I'm here. Why do you hate me? Still air, oppressive noise. The hum and whir of machinery drown out all thoughts. This place rings with tension. Is it the powerful energy coursing through the cables, or have the walls of the workers merged into a cacophony of indignant whispers and desperate prayers? Lost, mired in petty troubles, unmindful of duty, their voices creak as if covered in rust, and their eyes are dimmed by the endless drudgery and lack of light here on the working depths of the Domin's great arc.
Great, she thinks that way too.
I have seen it before. In these murky depths, people, you should technically be reading this,
I really
will
should.
become creatures all too ready to devour each other for worldly gains, fleeting pleasures, or imaginary freedom from obligation, born from the abyss of spiritual emptiness. The Undying One punishes them throughly. Disgusting mutations, abominations, reflections of vice are born in these shadows, and I will be their doom.
But I would not deliver it the same way you would, so,
The thread shakes. The web is taut. I step silently, May the great hunt begin.
Rick, the thread shakes. The quarry always leaves a trail. We may not see it, but we can feel it.
I taste the air. The scent of fresh dye, the subtle note of sparks. This is new, pleasant. The upper deck reeks of luxury, but here I feel comfortable. There is something else. This is it. I recognize the smell. Ungandiho and burnt meat, just like inside the shrine. The time has come to spin the scarlet web.
The web is taut. Know the hunting ground.
To find the enemy, I must listen. Inhale, exhale, inhale. The rhythmic beat of engines and pumps. That is the ship's breathing. That is the ship's heartbeat. Is it strange that I feel at home among the workers of the lower decks who pass their time like the living dead? Warmth spreads through my chest. I like to think that it is the connection with which the Undying One bound my and the Doman's fates together. He has blessed us. We hunt as one.
I step silently. Darkness is our ally. Merge with the shadows.
I'm getting that real plasma drive background noise right now. In the twilight of the chamber, barely illuminated by flickering candlelight, I become like them, the lost, admired servants. They will become unwitting allies in my hunt. Their hopelessness, depression, thirst for survival, they will become tools for my use.
Hey, it's a puzzle.
Where is Second
that's
Spinner?
true. Hey,
We're supposed to be here.
You know that feeling when you're being stared at, but you can't tell by who or where from? I have that feeling right now. Footsteps? Two are coming toward me, familiar gaits. Those are the domain servants. I was right.
Caleb,
I'm so sorry.
you're good.
I would not be surprised if the cultists set out on a trail of... If the cultists set out on the trail of a Nemesis alone. The Spinners are arrogant. We are just another soul to them. A gift to offer death.
Steel mistress's voice is hard and cold, like her will. I can see in her eyes that she dislikes me. She is wary. And so she should be. For we serve the Doman, not one another.
I sort of want some spit as you were talking about her. And I feel it's almost appropriate.
Does this remind you of anyone at all, Jocasta? This man is enamored of fire. Even his words sound full of biting flames, and he himself enjoys playing with it. Too much. They bicker again. Their mutual animosity may disrupt the hunt.
Examine the steel mistress and the flaming voice.
To the lay people, the two are now scarcely distinguishable from the common serfs. In a world where status and privilege are defined by appearance, a single piece of rotten cloth is enough to lower your standing. We will become spectral hounds and follow the trail without drawing attention.
Step forward. I am here. Wait. Step forward. I am here.
And to do a fucking retake.
One was a command, an action. The other one was supposed to be her talking.
And there she is. Welcome to the plasma drive chambers, esteemed holy assassin.
You can exchange pleasantries later. Lieutenant Gaudier is on duty in this compartment. I have ordered her to gather information on all the workers who wear red scarves and who have recently left the bay.
This is pointless. The red scarf is not proof of guilt, it is merely a symbol. It could be a trap. I need to find her. I will watch the enforcer and who we are watching her in turn, and those who are watching her in turn. There was a big flash that like illuminated my screen from outside. I got distracted.
Oh.
Your enforcer knows nothing about life in this compartment. I guarantee it. I have a better source of information. A good friend of mine who knows a lot about delicate matters. It would be easy to get him to talk. He's terrified of pain and death. Only the faithless fear death. I will not trust him. Let him trust me, so that his trust may become a snare for my hunt. I cut them off with a gesture. Their methods of hunting are not mine, but I take the grain of truth from their words and weave it into my plan.
We need to provoke them into making a move. Instill a false sense of impunity. Convince them that they can and must act now.
This enforcer who answers to Steel Mistress is the symbol of order and obedience in these chambers. She is standing in the way. When she disappears, my enemies will believe it safe to strike. And that will be a costly mistake. Oh hey, it's me! Look over in the right!
Wait, you over there? Oh hey!
Look at me over there!
It is you!
So am I.
Actually, all
I'm
of you are
also
there.
I am over there as well.
Oh,
Hey Grace! Hey Secure!
oh, I am doing this in the wrong order. Oh well. Intimidate them with an impending threat.
Flaming voice relies on a talker, one who keeps no secrets and fears pain. An unreliable vessel is bad for secrets, but good for spilling them. Through him, I will whisper lies to the enemy.
Strike out the spark that will ignite the flame.
I feel them lurking in the crowd, my enemies. They're cautious. I must find them and let them believe their luck. Then they will shed their masks and I will take them down.
Such is my plan.
They look at me in silence. They do not understand yet, but that matters little. I am on the hunt. Oh, hey guys, we're over here in case you need us. Goodbye. Have fun.
Another step, another
Oh.
threat.
Well, I really wish I gave Cabela anything.
It's fine.
I'm not even bother to go look at that. But
No,
what
they're fine.
I will do is come say hi to these guys. Hi.
Oh no, we're gonna blow our cover. Working.
May the sacred unguents soothe thy articulations. There's a guy named Lip here. Talk to him.
An old burn spread across her body in a scarlet blotch. A look of contempt, every baton covered in blood and symbolizing boundless power. Like a fierce leather whip, she lashes with both her hand and her gaze. Angry old lady, somebody go.
Angry old James, go.
Alright, what are you looking at, you beggars? You finish your shift, you go to the barracks. You start your shift, you check in with the foreman, get back to work before Motilda, okay, comes to pat you on the back.
And Motilda, I presume, is that wonderful, not at all intimidating baton on your belt? I guess her disguise is working, but I would rather not spend the next few watches in the med bay because of a misunderstanding. His breathing has quickened. Flaming voice always makes jests when he's nervous or irritated. Do enforcers infuriate him?
James.
Infernus Master, Master at Arms. Apologies for not recognizing you, ma'am.
Goodyear, we are conducting an inquest. Answer the Spirit's questions. I hope your report will be useful.
The one person with awareness, Thaddeus, isn't here.
I have so much awareness, and I didn't stack anybody else with it. So, what can your scars reveal to me?
What?
Absolutely nothing.
Day after day, she watches the serfs labor away, exhausting their last vestiges of strength. And there is no compassion in her eyes. They are simply a resource that she is commanded to use and discard. She hates them because she blames them for her pain, her wounds.
Nothing is unimportant during the hunt. Tell me what you know, and I will listen.
James?
Sorry.
Amazingly, you're not that good at multitasking.
Shut up, I'm trying to delete things. A group of workers wearing red scarves were seen in the compartment just after the attack on the shrine. The foreman stated that they were at work on the freight line. No gunpowder on their clothes, no fresh wounds. Too many of them have started wearing red masks, and it muddles the trail. But we also found some red scarves and bloody rags in one of the shredders only shortly afterward. We sealed off the exits and reduced the air supply to the maintenance tunnels to the absolute minimum. Now you can't stay in there longer than a few minutes without passing out. There's no way the bastards could have left the plasma chambers. They are definitely in here somewhere.
Like snakes, the servants of Nemesis have shed their skin. The red scarf is just a distraction.
Let the enforcers converse. I'll keep an eye on those around us.
The workers hide their eyes, but I can hear the murmurs echoing through the bay. There is an impotent rage in their hearts directed at Whip, for she is the embodiment of the very order they despise. But why do they not realize that the enforcer is a shield as much as a lash? Some of the people I escorted to the other side looked at me the same way. In the past I did not understand, but now... Did the lay people see spinners performing their duty to the Undying, or enforcers performing theirs to the Domin as monsters? Do I sense the touch of his will? The Undying Emperor wishes to bestow a revelation upon me in this trying hour. Let his tarot show me the way.
I breathe in essence made from the ashes of blood of the faithful.
She's a
Enlighten
fledgling
the
psyker.
mind, granting it the grace of reading his signs.
A wave of epiphany sweeps my thoughts away, pulling me into a blessed trance. My fingers move of their own accord over the sacred deck and draw a card. It is the martyr. I see a tear of blood wash over the pale features in the image, and they shift, becoming Whip's face.
No.
But I asked...
Sorry,
is
I was
trapped.
trying to understand what was going on. Sorry, carry on.
A portent from him. The Undying One blesses me to take Whip. The minions of Nemesis fear her. When her soul is delivered to the Undying One, the traitors will feel invulnerable. They will crawl out of their holes and fall into my web.
I know how Whip's thread will end.
I cannot sever their thread with a blade, for the serfs would recognize me as one of the spinners and lose all courage. But the spark of the machine spirits in the plasma drive chambers has already claimed the lives of many. I will use this and thus the web will be spun. Puzzles.
Follow the threads.
Does that mean I need to go follow Whip?
Kinda. You'll see. It's not a very difficult puzzle.
No. Oh, I see. We've already done this puzzle.
There's a puddle of water. Or, you know, something fluidic.
She's not standing in the puddle of water. No, but she might have walked through one. I am going to talk to the reactor overseer first. Nope.
You. I'll get that thingy.
Reactor overseer first. Is there anyone else to talk to before I just kill someone randomly?
No sleep, no rest. Only duty, only death.
Yeah, probably not. I'll just come over here and set the trap. Spilling the liquid.
There's been a spill.
I spilled the liquid correctly. I will not carry on. Bye, James.
Okay.
I mean, you left the game, so bye, James.
No, I know.
Follow my steps.
Yes, good question. Internet not dying.
The storm has affected you.
Jolly cooperation mode is not working. There we go.
There's a guy over there smoking called Stain that I can go talk to.
And now it totally won't kick anyone out again while you do this long ass puzzle segment completely
If
alone.
it does it again, I'm probably going to go to bed. Because I'm actively very tired.
You definitely will
How do
not
I-
do it again.
Isn't there a way to just set my camera to follow somebody?
Hit F.
Thank you.
Oh! I have been manually following myself and everyone else this entire time.
There's half the time where I just don't feel like walking around, so I'll just click on Arik and start following. seems to work out. Instead of killing Whip just now, we're gonna heed the voice of the crowd.
The lay people have huddled together like a herd being chased by predators. Faded gazes, bent backs, and crimson knees of batons on their bodies. And yet, shadows of smiles touch their dirty burnt lips as a strange pair, like a hammer and anvil, send sparks into the air with their words.
What are those two talking about? Hammer and anvil.
And then the lever smacked her right in the kisser. Give her or take her tooth did nothing. Bruises, burns, cuts, that's just life. Just remind yourselves how you came to how you come home after your shift, having exchanged your ration card for a bowl of soup. How your little ones gulp that bowl down. How they fall asleep feeling a little better. I say it's worth a hard day's work and a punch in the face. He smiles, broad-shouldered with a rusty beard. He is not afraid to share laughter with others, and so the crimson shades from the beatings never leave his face. His voice is bright and sonorous, and listened to.
Everyone here is as chipper and thick-skinned as you. A bowl of soup is great, he says. What about having to choose which of your 3 kids gets it? Is that great too? Beans are nothing, he says. Remember when the enforcers broke your arm? As you couldn't work, your wife had to pull 3 shifts. They collapsed at the lathe, and the conductive charge burned out her eyes. None of us deserve that.
Tough and unyielding, every word hurts, but she is forgiven for her sincerity. They listen to her to pull themselves together, to share their common pain.
I will come back later. My hunt has just begun. Is it a bad idea to go talk to that guy named Stain?
You do whatever you wish.
Okay, see.
I will intervene in times of extreme peril.
My vision
Well, you
showed
see.
this path,
And
many
fuck
This
off.
is not the rogue trader right now, moving around. This is just Cabela.
You are linked to her currently, sir, from your bedchamber.
Don't say it like that.
But sir, that is where you are currently residing.
Don't say it like that. I'm gonna go talk to Stain.
Okay.
I'm not gonna go talk to Stain. I'm gonna go kill Whip. No, I will talk to Stain.
Okay.
Thaddeus is the one in charge.
I am the one in charge and I am indecisive by nature. You have made the mistake on your own. Why did you put me in charge?
Because I couldn't be in
Laugh.
charge, and no one else wanted it. And that.
And I've got a bleeding heart.
And I
Keep saying.
feel bad if I killed Whip for no reason.
You took out a planet, sir.
That was about to turn into demons.
I couldn't do it.
I didn't want to do it, but they were about to turn into demons.
But you didn't. You see, this is why you're chosen.
If I could go back and undo it, I absolutely would.
Why not?
It's time-
Sanctity of playthrough.
Yeah, that's why I can't go back and undo it. It's time to carry out the will of the Undying One.
It is too early. They must not see the hunter set the snare.
Okay? He's not watching you now. Carry out the will of the Undying One.
Ah, yeah, there you go.
Hey, Overseer. Do you mind not being here right now? I don't think you want to be.
Oh yeah, you're right. I should probably walk through that hallway behind me.
Yes, you should
Gotta
do
visit all 18 of them.
What if saw nothing wrong? Could I just walk through it myself and stop her?
Feels like a bad idea. Just a hunch. As it gets bigger. Yeah.
Why did she die all the way over there?
Lightning, man. And just like that, she's gone. She'll never even know what she died for. Meanwhile, the spinners go on passing whatever judgment they please.
Must see to it that she did not die in vain. How do I... I'm gonna walk around this way.
Walks with me.
So I can go loot
Just
her body.
avoid that area for now.
But her body can be looted.
Well, then go loot.
I will avoid the area because you said so. I can loot the body later.
That was more of a giant ass arcs of electricity. Scare me. The enforcer is dead. Have anyone fallen?
See if anyone's fallen into my web.
Have you heard the news? The lieutenant got fried on the wires. Brutal end for a brutal woman.
That's called justice. For every broken bone, for every gob of spit in our faces, good bloody riddance.
Yeah, just as long as they don't pet her deaf on any of us. The frightened herd sways, humming with whispers. In their eyes, the fires of anxiety flicker. Careless, suggestible people.
I will come back later. Not all of the snares have been set.
Follow the threads.
Gotta find more things to do. Like maybe go talk to what's-his-face. Why'd you pause?
Because I forgot space paused. So I'm gonna go talk to what's his face.
Were you just like, what's this button do?
No, I was looking at the map to see if there's anyone I could talk to.
Hi.
So hi, Stain. You have a name.
Long time no see, Spindle. Tell me, what does silence taste like? Are they using secret code? Without flaming voice, he would never even speak to me.
Medina.
Yes.
Can you be Stain, please?
Everybody knows silence doesn't taste like anything. If you want to earn rations, you better start dealing in woods.
He speaks casually, but his voice is slimy and slippery. His eyes are as dirty as an oil-stained garment. The impudence in his gaze and words when he turns them to us. He is unclean and he knows it. He is unrepentant.
That's a funny look, Heinrich. You're a funny looking company. Are you here to sell or buy? Before you answer, first rule: every word has a price.
Are we bargaining for information with this lowlife now? It is the duty of every serf to aid the rogue trader and his associates, freely and willingly.
Oh boy, here it comes.
Who's that with you? An enforcer and a spinner. He wants me dead. If anyone sees me talking to you, they'll snap my neck. So off you go.
The peddler of words is trembling in fear for his life. I must extract answers from him, but by what means?
I am the herald of the end you speak so much. Or you fear so much. The Undying One has not whispered your name, so cast away your fear. No one will take your
Reading
life for it. Huh?
I said, are you reading or picking? Because that's
Reading.
the scary one.
I'm reading, not picking.
Yeah.
I'm about to say the 20% chance, really?
There's a 20%
So,
chance. Medicaid has a 100% chance. So that's the one I want to choose. Yes, the quelling of the stimulant on the needle tip will loosen Stain's tongue. I mean, the others have 20 and 45% chance.
Mine's
Well,
only saying
yeah.
minus 10, 15, 15.
Well, no,
If
that's
you
the
hover
stat.
over it.
Oh, it's minus 10, plus 15, plus 15.
I never noticed that.
Mm-hmm. So she has 30 persuasion, minus 10 is 20, for a 20% chance. So, I want to drug him. Yeah.
What's this feeling? Oh.
Turned into what's his face. You know what?
Yeah.
Fine. What's happening?
Fine, ask whatever you want. But then leave. A reputation cost me a lot of blood, and I didn't earn to have it trampled into dust because you people happened to stop by.
Excuse me, sorry. I didn't move fast enough. Oh well. One glance is enough for me to see your true self, Stain.
You are a liar and a manipulator, peddling other people's secrets and not knowing how to keep your mouth shut. You will become the bait, sowing confusion among the minions of Nemesite who hope to wait out the lockdown. They think they have enough time? I will deprive them of that confidence.
Where do things stand in the plasma drive chambers? Speak briefly. Speak sense.
We just had an enforcer die, I swear. She did it to herself. Stepped right into a wire and right out the machine spirits. You lot, be careful now.
I should have spoken to him first.
Eh.
Because that's our doing. And I should have spoken to him first. Oh well.
There's a bunch of workers in the far corner who now gather between every shift, whispering to each other, and they don't invite me. See, I talk too much. Well, if they're scared of my tongue, that means they have something to hide. Oh, I didn't even know you liked something else. And of course, everyone's talking about it. Talking about Nemesite. Sure, the founder and the chapel were big, but he's the one. He's been helping people all over. A lot of folks are sticking with him now. You can knock my teeth out if I'm lying. I've got many of those. Don't got many of those left anyhow. I can't. But I'll tell you this: someone finds him, someone will rat him out.
Let's set up the snare. There will be a raid soon. Be careful. I warn you in appreciation for your cooperative nature.
Christopher Walken. That's the name.
What are you? That information is not meant for his ears.
Oh, really? I see. Well, that's all you wanted. Then I can. Can I go?
Yo, Stain, be my
Fucking-
hero.
Ran the fuck out of there.
It is difficult to admit, but I do share the Master at Arms' indignation. We came here to get information about the traitors, not to reveal our secrets.
When the renegades hear of the coming retribution, it will make them nervous, run to mistakes, likely to give themselves away.
But for them to take the bait, it must be compelling. Yes, I see.
There's still
And
just
there are a
sitting
lot of
over there.
shit jobs in the 40k universe. So if you gotta be anybody, try to get yourself a mechanical arm and just be one of those guys that waves the fucking sensor around.
Hell yeah, dude.
It's all he's doing for the next 3 weeks. With a robo arm, so he can't even feel it. It's just, man. I am contributing to society.
Oh, she had with a shock baton. That's all that Whip had on her. Hmm. This is an already completed puzzle, isn't it?
The web beckons.
I'm going to guess yes.
Clang, 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 clang. Clang, clang, clang.
Let's become a shadow and heed the voices of people again.
Yeah, same thing.
Your plan appears to have worked, Spinner. The air itself is charged with something, and it is not the conductive charge. The serfs, they are stirring.
As another crack of thunder booms across the area outside of my house, I disagree.
That sounds like a
Not
very
conductive at all.
conductive charge. Listen to the rapid beating of hearts.
The lay people are frightened, angry. They feel the impunity that sprouted like a weed upon Whip's demise. They feel the threat crushing them from the upper decks, both imminent and inevitable.
What are those two talking about? Hammer and anvil.
I can hear their whispers, insidious and deafening. No longer do they laugh with the others. No longer do they pretend. What was that noise? The Enforcer's dead, and Punishers from the upper decks will soon follow Nemesis' trail. Probably the wrong delivery on that, but
This is our chance. We need to act.
this is it. I can sense that the prey is close. They have little fear of giving themselves away anymore. They need a spark to ignite the flames. Something that will convince Nemesis' followers that they are strong, and that the Doman's servants are diminished.
Wait for the right moment and then light the spark.
They tell us this is how it's meant to be. It's because they were born on the upper decks and we down below in the darkness. Is it really the God Emperor's will that they grow fat on the fruits of our labors, revel in luxury while we die without water or medicine? People be getting mad. No matter how hard you work, they'll wring everything out of you and give you nothing. Who allowed this to happen? The rogue traitor. His name be damned. The Grok's on the throne, a tyrant throwing our bones to the furnace of his protectorate. Shut your foul mouth, void dog. Flaming voice, no, it is too soon. I understand your anger, but you must temper it. What did you say about the Lord Captain? The one who gives you work, food, and shelter? You insolent deadbeats. I can see why you have gathered here, and I will not let you start another rebellion. What is that noise that keeps happening?
That was a weird noise that just happened. I only just now
Right.
heard it.
This is the second time, I think. Why are you reaching for your Voxcaster? If you do not disperse, I will give the order to vent the plasma chambers. You have 5 seconds. 4.
The time's lucky. If you do this, you will die with us, you madman.
To protect the Lord Captain and the crew? I see you have never met an Infernus before. Their faces are twisted with fear. Will they retreat? Will they flee? Will the hunt be thwarted? No.
No.
Knife. The small throwing blade flies out of my palm and draws a scarlet line across Anvil's neck. If I had wished it, she would be dead. But she continues to breathe and to bleed and to scream furiously as she looks for me.
The rogue trader's assassins are here. Look, they wanted to kill me. Find the assassins.
The spark is lit. The lay people press in from all sides, pushing and shoving, their faces ablaze with terror and rage, and a violent energy boils through the mass of bodies. This power will be difficult to contain. Frightened
Look
people
at all
are
that
going
blood
towards
that
people.
bitch gave out! What the fuck?
The hunt was meant to go differently, but such is the Undying One's will. They are full of blood.
Jesus Christ.
She's still alive and bleeding. And bald, apparently.
That juice box is well filled. What do you want? Furnace. One voice rises above the others, the voice of a burly, bearded technomat. Low as the roar of a furnace. Furnace smells of sweat in the sacred engines. He's not afraid. He merely pretends to be. Beneath the shudder of terror, I hear excitement. I'd give that one to Kaleb. I can't go low.
For Furnace?
Yeah.
Do we deserve to be executed, my brothers and sisters? Have we not labored with the sweat of our brow? Have we not perished from the outbursts of raging machine spirits? Why do they call us rebels? Why are we being punished?
Let's take a closer look at Furnace.
Little did I know how much louder low would be. My levels.
I draw.
Heavy, enormous hands whose blows should be feared. A great belly that has become a symbol of his success. He does not starve, so those who follow him will not starve either. A powerful leader, recognized by the whole pack.
He's even taking over the narration. Do something.
Fuck your levels.
Feel the flowing rage of these poor wretches. Poor wretches.
The flames burn high, for there is strong fuel at its heart. These people have amassed many grievances. The enforcers are cruel to them, for they believe that fear eradicates treason. The officers despise them, for their clothes and hands are filthy. The quartermasters rob them and withhold what is owed them, for their clan is not strong enough to make demands. They are vulnerable. Their hearts are vulnerable. The Undying One commands us to spin a web to catch Suck's heart before they plunge into the abyss of treason. And so I spin the web. But there is something else mixed into their righteous indignation. Something that taunts them, excites them, angers them. Something foul hovering in the air. Aberration.
Think of Domin Simon.
I turn my thoughts to him, for it is his people that are standing before me. What would he do? The one whose thread I anoint with my blood.
You should be grateful for having been blessed with both toil and injury. Who would you be without them? Nothing but worthless rabble. I've just decided to start reading from where I was reading because I realized I was silent for too long.
This one
Already, yeah, that one fits the best. Already you are rioters in everything but name. And then you ask, why you have been shown no trust.
My words frighten them, wound them, because they are just. And that makes their anger swell all the more. Why are you surprised? Every officer's ever treated us otherwise. A new voice, Sandpaper Rough, tears the rumbling off the crowd. Its owner is ragged and filthy, and a feverish gleam burns in his eyes. His words inflame the people's minds, like a rot festering upon a wound. Rot cries out mockingly, "That's because you're afraid of them, but they're not afraid of you." All you have is the source of the power that feeds the whole ship. Why should they take you for granted? Serves you right, you cowards. You need a cup.
He's twisting my metaphorical words.
His ugly shriek spills like venom through the sweating forces as they slowly draw closer and closer.
Sense the smell hanging over crowds.
I hit the wrong button. I read the last line. I, however, accidentally muted my own record. It's on Thaddeus, just check that out at whatever the fuck your YouTube name is. Mine lower 55.
Ew.
Still. Before you change it.
I will change it eventually. I just need to think of a better name.
Yes. I take a deep breath and something stupefying, noxious, and luscious disturbs my senses. This is no ordinary odor, but something subtle and foul. It carries the same stench as rot.
Did you mute yourself before you read Rot's lines?
I did it whenever I was coughing, because...
Fair enough.
And then I just didn't undo it correctly. I accidentally hit the level bar instead of the mute button. I missed.
Yeah, it's such a great delivery for that line afterwards. Too bad no one's ever gonna hear it.
Read the thing.
Continue.
Skinny and scrawny, Rot leers at me with his gaping mouth. He's a nobody who has nothing. His body is wasted away from disease. His hands are 5 fingers short. His fate is sealed, and that makes him convincing. Everyone knows he has nothing to gain for himself, and thus no reason to lie. His poverty is his armor.
Turn my thoughts to Domin Simon.
I address the one who commands these people and who possesses the authority to execute and pardon. Am I to hear his thoughts?
So either you say he does as much as he can, but he can't save everybody, or your words are blasphemous, I'm going to kill you all. Or at least this is all your fault for everyone in this compartment. Or, challenge them.
Bring it on, motherfucker.
The Domin takes care of all, for such is his burden. But he cannot save everyone. That doesn't even sound like a better option, but it's the best option there is.
When you show weakness or anger, he only cares about his flunkies. The bile spraying from Rot's mouth ocean the wetter sizzles in the workers' minds like acid. Ah, never mind. It is burning them through metaphorical bile. Now there's a new one. This one's called Rapier.
We will not commit treason or rebellion. We will not allow ourselves to be slaughtered by feelings either. The law and the Emperor are on our side.
A young woman stepped forth, slender and supple like a rapier.
If they want to crush us with the fear of death, let them kill us. It will only prove our righteousness.
His ringing call is a command, pressing itself into their hearts. The foul scent of sacrilege almost knocks me off my feet.
Look rapier in the eye?
She is fragile, but there is a strength in her, an authority, taken for granted and understood by everyone. She is clearly ready to command, with legions willing to die for such maidens. Beautiful and resolute as they are, she carries no banner in her hand, for she herself is the banner.
Sense the fetid stench of blasphemy.
That tantalizing, elusive scent of rage. It is more than a stench, it is a tool, the weapon of the despicable trio, which they use to influence the minds of the laity, invisibly intoxicating their minds. The crowd reeks of flowering treason. I delve down to its root and realize that it is that root. Realize what it is that rejects his will so. His sacred privilege is being attacked. He alone chooses who may journey to him. But these three instigators, they are determined to make this decision for themselves, dragging the souls of all around into the fires of violence with them. The capital hymns keep fucking me up. Because my brain goes, oh, there's a period there. And there's not.
It's not, it's just
No period.
the title.
It's like if you were referring to God.
They are impudent upstarts who have put themselves above him, and above me, the second spinner of the blood-spun web. His chosen servant. The realization of such audacity burns my very soul.
Hey, all of you are gonna die, eventually, but not today. Unless you really want to die.
Exigently. Exigently?
What? What?
Appeal to Dom and Simon loudly and exigent. Is that the right word? Am I saying that right?
As was written on the page.
The fuck does that mean? Excited?
I don't know, fucking Google.
Fine.
Urgently, presently, or in a demanding manner.
You gotta call for help.
I mean, it's call for help or threaten to kill them.
Well, if it's anything like the other ones, then it'll then give you the more chat options after.
Although this one says loudly, though. That's what you're saying out loud.
No. It could be mentally loudly.
Well,
she is weird.
again, guess appeal to Dom and Simon loudly and urgently.
But the noise around me drowns out my own thoughts and stops me from focusing on his image. She is on her own this time.
Hey, anyone who follows the mutineers will die. Hey, I'm gonna throw a knife at who you're choosing to be a martyr. Or say no one's going to die today unless you really want to die. This is the lightest of the three options and threatens the least amount of people. Wait, no, everyone will die, but not today. So it threatens everybody. But not directly. So that's the option I'm going with.
The crowd does not answer. They do not hear me. The sacred promise of death no longer moves them, for they have fallen under the enemy's spell.
Which means I have failed. Great.
They surround me, threatening, pointing fingers, cursing they dare not strike. Yet, but already their enormous bulk presses down upon me as the smell of blood in the air grows thicker by the minute.
Stand firm and do not resist.
crowd presses forward harder and harder. My breath is growing short. My bones are crunching. Someone is screaming in my face. I endure the stench.
Sourback, Montag. Where are they?
Somewhere.
Somewhere. Assist me.
My words are drowned out by the bellowing of men looking to kill. I look for those who volunteer to assist me, but they are nowhere to be found.
Stop, you're committing treason.
They hear me no more. They cannot, for the poison of disobedience has utterly filled their minds.
Just let her lose herself in a dance of blood.
Bear it no longer. The blades in my hands sing, blood streaks across the astonished faces. I am done speaking and exhorting. I merely dance on the thread that I have spun. I bestow death and blessed wounds. I catch a glimpse of Rapier's cloven face and Furnace's open belly. Rot's severed hand falls at my feet, and its owner flees howling. I dance and breathe so freely. It did not go the way I had planned. The smell of blood lingers in the air like the stench of impending defeat.
What did they call themselves again? Nemesite?
Yes. Why? What are you doing?
Continue.
Few bodies are sprawled before me. I have severed their threads. The third blasphemer has managed to escape, but his disembodied hand also lies on the floor. Useless meat. The thoughts of Doman Simon crowd my mind. Irrelevant and harmful though they are in this sacred moment, I do not immediately realize how foreign they are to the here and now. Why do I think of him?
What can these corpses reveal to me?
Very little, I'm afraid. The faint traces of the vile mutations that twisted their bodies, foul stench of corruption emanating from their meat, the deformed, strangely colored brains in their crushed skulls that sprawled, that spawned the heresy of sedition.
What will the appearance of the survivors tell me?
They huddle in the corners, ashamed of their own subservience. They tried to convince themselves that the blood they so foolishly spilt would absolve them, but they know it is not enough.
Are the flaming voice and the mistress still alive?
Their threads have not yet been cut. I realize with astonishment that they are standing close to me, flaming voice furiously reproaching all those who had only recently joined the revolt, while steel mistress booms like a siren, shaking her maul and threatening punishment. They are useless to the hunt now.
It is time for the next step.
A thrill runs through the strands of my consciousness. Is this Stoneman Simon? Can I truly feel him again, or am I imagining it? I need to concentrate. I gaze at the puddles of blood and the patterns they form. I see a labyrinth. The Undying One has given me a sign. My hands find the sealed case in which his tarot cards reside. It is time for a divination in the blood of the dead. It will reveal to me the name of their unholy master. Stop trying to cheat. It ain't gonna get any easier. Thoughts of Doman Simon creep up from the shadows and leap at my focused mind like a predator. They claw at it, robbing me of my concentration. Why? I must not think about him. I must not wish for him to be near me right now.
Can I not want to know what could have happened? I just want to know what could have happened.
This had to happen.
I will not resist.
The image of Dome and Simon comes into view, and I gaze upon it for an inexcusable length of time. I did not know that the bond between us would be so strong. The Vizier did not warn me of how important and precious it might become. I give in to my weakness, and the confusion in my mind lessens. A stream of blood gushes across the floor, and his tarot cards lie on the carmine splatter. Everyone is silent and stares at me. I am reading the omen.
I draw the beginning of the spread.
The Hound. I gazed at the card and its depiction of the Astra Militarum armored vehicle that bears that formidable name. The pursuit of truth, sacrifice, and victory. This is me, and I am on the right track.
I draw the heart of the spread.
The Harlequin. Inverted. Lies, manipulation, a shadow play blocking my path. But it is a lie exposed. A deception that must be revealed.
I draw the end of the spread.
The Preacher. The man who carries an idea and proclaims it, but who is it? Nemesis? One of his supporters? Someone already slain or someone still alive? The divination is unclear, and so I draw a fourth card. It is dangerous to ask more of the Undying One, but I must know. The Aquila. His holy image watches me from within the card, and my heart grows frigid with the knowledge of what it represents. The Undying...
The Undying One has manifested his omen in the traitor's blood. The hunt that has begun will be completed by the unveiling of a great deception. Our enemy is elusive because he has a powerful ally, one who exposes faith in the Emperor on this vessel. The ship's confessor is in league with Nemesis. He will be the next prey.
I should be thinking about the hunt, and yet my thoughts now lie only with the moment when I will stand before Dome and Simon once more and tell him what I have seen. Will he be proud of me? Will he be pleased? This is wrong.
We've kind of killed like 12 people here.
And that's part fine. They were supposed to die. Nice loading screen content, everyone.
Don't you enjoy the loading screen content?
About to say, how are we doing on our loading screen, guys?
Oh,
Current
I'm
objective,
back.
interrogate the ship's confessor. Well, yeah, you were in bed the entire time. Fucking sleepy.
Then why am I walking back into my room all of a sudden?
I don't know, sleepwalking. More fucking Slaneshi demonettes carried you away. They do that every now and then.
I thought demons weren't real.
They're not, but they still do things.
Makes sense.
It took a lot longer to get through that segment than I thought it was going to.
The power of reading and slight indecision, but mainly reading.
But also
Time to
indecision.
interrogate the ship's confessor.
Cabella's already
Yeah,
been
yeah.
with us for a while, so I'll keep her with us for now. Because it's her quest.
Don't know what you're talking about. You could bring Jay along.
I could bring Jay along. She would be great. I never get to use Jay, but she would be fantastic.
Or tried.
I used her once. But she's a, whatever I am, which means she helps me a lot.
There's Commander.
The other one, the other class.
You went to the wrong holy place.
Did I?
Yes.
That I need to go to the shrine. Oh.
You need to go to a confessor.
Oh, and I have to bring Cabela.
Yeah.
I can't just bring Jay along.
No, it's our quest line. I mean, you can, because I'm actually probably gonna go to bed. I totally didn't pass out, like, for the last, 15 minutes.
And you are well rested and good to go.
No, I'm trying to do it again, or at least my body is.
So I need to go in 15 minutes anyway, so.
It'll be over quick.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna make it. I'm just gonna do this. And then go to bed.
Divination has revealed that you stand beside the enemy Nemesis. Speak only the truth before the Domin and the Undying One. Defender of the people and a tyrant's minions are two faithful servants of opposing ideas. Two souls that have rejected everything else for the sake of duty. I now truly see that your collision with them was inevitable. I was warned about your visit, Simon, as well as its purpose. Who alerted you to my visit? My son, the protector of those whose blood you feed upon, whose hard work has paid for your content, for your content life on the upper deck of this ship. What's up? Arik?
You're the man's.
Cool. I'll just continue talking to myself. I demand an explanation, Confessor.
I think I feel.
This instance. You talk to yourself all the time. Now it's my turn. Your pet tormentor, who stole his death, is right. I know Nemesis, and I assist him. Just like him, I am your enemy, Simon.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm also the enemy of your cruel regime. Whose life is dirt under the Enforcer's feet, where a man has nothing to eat, rises in fear, and knows no hope.
You treasonous impostor! To think that I listened to your sermons and was anointed by your hand. You will choke on your words along with the teeth I am about to knock out.
And you are so good at moaning about the servants he killed. I grieved for them, but they were unreliable. They could have compromised us. They had to die. But the fault for their deaths lie with you and your enforcer dogs, for fear of who we are forced to hide. I see. I doubt it. People like you only ever see what they want to see. Do you serve Nemesis or do you command him? I follow him, as he once followed me. Nemesis is my son, if not by blood, then in spirit. I took him in as a willful child, and I fostered the best of him. A passion for justice, an indomitable flame of a fighter, an unyielding determination. I've been preparing him for years. You have raised a living instrument that serves a purpose without question.
There's a threat over here.
Hmm?
All three of them. Keep working.
Such is his purpose, to be the hope, to break the shackles, to end the centuries of torment that have passed aboard this ship. A great sacrifice for a great cause. You should be familiar with his ways, except that instead of a sower of freedom, you were raised to be an executioner's sword. What else were you lying about? One last confession? Why not? I am not Adalbert. That was the name of an initiate from a clan of confessors who passed away from disease many years ago. I was born in a squalor on the lower decks, and the behest of the... And it was by the Emperor's command that I took Adalbert's place, through deception pretending to be him. The dead man had inherited much influence and many thrones from his clan. It hastened my successful rise through the ranks. But it was not for wealth and power that I did this. I accepted the burden of hard work to empower the common people, to pave the way for liberation from oppression and injustice. And my part is almost done. I sensed no lie in his voice or bearing, Fleming Simon. He feels and welcomes death with open arms. The moment favors us. We must learn more. He who betrayed his oath will not deliver Nemesis to us, but from his words we may divine knowledge of our enemies. Are you hoping he will save you now? No, we decided otherwise. I am not worth him risking his life. I do not expect to capture him through me. My son has no attachments, for they would only make him weak. He will gladly sacrifice himself for his dream of liberty and equality, and I must do the same. I only grieve that, thanks to your efforts, I cannot be near my son and ease his burdens. Attachments makes us weak. You made a weapon out of him, just as he made a weapon out of you. How much of this is worth actually going through? And how much of it should I just skip? Thank you very much. Time to die, traitor. You seem to be mistaken. My humility in the face of death for submission. You seem to have mistaken my humility in the face of death for submission. It is not for you to decide my fate. I will make the choice myself. I will surrender my life in the fight for our future. I will die, but I will take you with me. For Nemesis, brother and sisters, for freedom.
Lord Captain, this is an ambush. They've been waiting for us.
Grenade. Wow. Great job, Joe.
No, you're fine.
Thank you,
I
Joe
don't go
Costa.
first.
You will beg for mercy. But
Great
I
job,
grudge
Lucas.
none.
As always. Just doing great.
Well, she needs to go to the groomers anyway. Look at her fur.
We've been ambushed.
I got him.
First up is cow.
I'm always first up.
I can kill him.
Do you need movement or action?
Action. I am standing kind of right in front of him.
That's fair. Had to check though.
You didn't see that one coming, did you?
Hey, what up? Can't use that.
This is free though. So we'll use that and we'll do this.
Contemplate your weakness.
Okay. Then we'll go here.
Okay.
That's almost half his fucking life points.
But you
Actually,
didn't
that's
kill
over
him.
half. Said I can kill him.
Any of us can kill him.
Well, I thought I had a little more action points than that. I don't know why. Don't ask me.
Fucking false promises over you.
Yeah, always. I was like, I ain't played this game in like 3 months.
Sounds like a load of particles. I feel insulted each time.
Why did I give you take aim? Get some movement, Medina. Get closer to the enemies in the back.
Here. Dog in my hand.
Well, throw the dog.
We had more time. We were flipping her nails.
I'm sorry,
My
Medina.
mouse so slow. The
They're kind of everywhere.
You just kind of gotta pick one.
yeah,
That's
my
another
mouse
name.
sensitivity is off. Right here.
Ah, that's an ally. Hello there, Enforcer Hrotka.
Ah. Zeke. He'll hit me.
I'm sure he will.
Hopefully Hrotka will help. Be best friend.
Zeke's good. He's surrounded by everybody. He's gonna die.
Angry
I'm so glad I gotta do
Squad.
1 damage, man.
That had all the effectiveness of the spray bottle, but it was fire instead.
Yeah, it really did.
I burn.
Only Medina was still there.
Kick his
You can
ass.
get her
give
to
more-
fight the rebel sharpshooter.
Or she can just kick his ass.
Or she
Yeah,
could.
she's right next to them.
I can just go
Just
kill
don't
the
jump here
insurgent.
and then dance. If you jump there and dance, you'll hurt me.
Now I kind of want to because she said not to.
If you jump there and dance, it will hurt me.
You can't
for
tell me not to do
unnecessary
something
reasons.
because that makes me want to go do it.
I will
Don't go
lead
fight that
the
insurgent.
Prince of
It's worthless.
Scarlet.
Well, now I'm fighting the insurgent.
Why'd you
The other
waste so
side
much good
awaits.
damage? Why'd you do this? Now you made a mess. Look at that. There's so much Kool-Aid everywhere.
It's not that much Kool-Aid.
As honor
There's a lot of
ordains.
Kool-Aid. That is not a mad hop. That is a mid hop.
I was jumping down the stairs.
Purged.
Mid hop. Unimpressed.
Well, you made her an assassin. Cool.
Do some.
I am doing something. I'm just reading her ability till I never use her. Am I allowed to read her abilities, please?
I guess.
Only if you read faster.
I can't read fast. He's told me to. I'll do it like this.
The shadows will see it done.
He dodged.
I shall not
So
fail.
they did. And away they go.
Nope, nope, they're back.
I'm back now.
as honor ordained.
All that and then just gunshot.
It was the poison ring. Thank you very much.
I know what it was. It's just the sound for us gunshot.
Oh, I'm going last. Of course I am.
What do you mean?
Kind of
Jeez.
the only place you ever go is last.
I know. I don't know why that's the case.
You missed.
Maybe because my athletics super low.
Caleb, your ability's broken.
Did you miss?
Yeah.
Why'd you do that?
I don't know. I wasn't supposed to be able to.
I didn't think you could either.
Stand there, I wanna dance.
The true believers will inherit all.
Is that a friendly or?
Angels will reward
Yes.
us.
But how's it yellow, not green?
Yes.
Well, they're
Only
Yellow or
the faithful will
neutral
ascend.
/ friendly parties that you cannot control.
We bring
Green are friendly parties
deliverance.
that you can control. I see.
Oh no.
well.
Set him on
It's
fire.
like,
Whatever will he do?
Sit there
I
for
have a
moment.
handful of. Okay. I'm on fire. Cool.
And there's a group of people right there.
Whatever shall he do? Make more on fire.
Yes.
Is an ally nearby. There is no longer an ally nearby.
I wonder what he's going to do.
He might strike a defensive stance. He could even throw a grenade.
Heal himself for his little health that he doesn't need to heal himself.
Give himself a stimmy.
He could potentially just blow himself up.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know why he suggested it.
He has struck a defensive
You
stance.
were right! Psychic Arik strikes again.
And he blew up a bit.
I think these guys resist fire.
No. No, they don't.
I do that. I think everybody
They
takes
take
damage.
minus 80% fire damage.
No, you're seeing things.
No, if I use the flame, everybody that's burning takes damage.
But the guys you're fighting have
No,
flame
they
resistance.
have Blessed by the Flame as an ability. Is what I was saying.
Yeah. It's okay, they're still gonna try to punch you, which is very dumb.
Good job, Arik. You dodged.
He's helping.
Did not dodge.
He shot him with his legs going. He do good. I am on fire.
I can do this. I can do this. it.
I'll brush this off.
Why?
Why not?
Not everyone has as much health as you do, I say, looking at Arik and I, who haven't really been hit, but are now at 50%.
It's okay, he just exploded a little bit. Ooh, you're much closer. Do 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 do.
You cleared a costly mistake.
Bye bye. Can I make it? Ah, just outside my range. God damn it. That's great.
The science song guides me.
He's got a knife.
We
Yeah, I don't.
bring deliverance.
I got a turn.
And you're
wasn't-
not dead. Look at that.
I wasn't expecting this.
I'll see to it personally. On it.
That was a mistake.
Don't let your guard down. I'll see to it personally. Another enemy down.
Well,
Oh,
I guess
sure, I
nothing
wasn't
to
prior.
worry about.
Say again?
Kaleb is safe. You know, said something about fire.
Oh no, it was yeah, I know these guys had fires.
That explains why the flamer only did spray bottle damage to that one guy.
It sure does.
I wasn't, or for me to pay attention, I was holding its modal in a cat getting their and clipped.
Flipping the cat claws.
Yeah.
Medina is a really good choice for extra turn.
Nah, he's fine. He banks on the enemies taking turns.
I'm saying he can power slam the ground and hit 3 enemies right now.
Give him the big wag.
It worked!
Like he can hardcore hit the ground and boom. Fuck the enemies taking an extra turn, then he killed 2 people, Arik. What the fuck?
That's very low HP.
So, they still dead.
You can take an extra turn too.
You could daring breach and kill that man. You could do that. Or try to kill that man. Now you can charge that other guy.
Break left after 20 movement.
Is there somebody over this way? Oh,
Two.
yeah, got him.
Yeah, James is in front of you.
What healed me?
You missed one.
No, he's gonna hard shove that one. Or something like that. And then he's gonna charge into that one.
I'm gonna ram this train right up his ass.
Exactly. I
Yeehaw.
know the thought process.
Get trained on.
Hold on, let me wander back into the flames. What are you doing?
Deposing them the best way possible.
He's taking a lap.
I have to let him know I know no fear. Damn, I should have named this character. I just
Yours.
Leash
or
Johnson.
mine.
I should remember that for the next playthrough.
Of this, never happening.
We still got a playthrough going.
You and I do, yeah, technically.
Yeah. Yeah, create a new character and just call him Fleece Johnson because I'm taking all the ass.
Trust me.
And not making more money so you can do that.
Why did you do that?
I apparently get a buff for that. Because I
Trying to put out the flames with the blood.
it didn't work.
Oh.
I am
So,
your
take
blade
aim. I don't know if
shield.
that's the thing that we've been using that we thought was an insta-hit, but technically what it says is
Blade
the attack will
is a
ignore
blessing.
cover and have its effective distance doubled. And if they are already under the voice of command, which everybody is, or should be, this attack will ignore enemy dodge as well. And additionally, the damage from this attack cannot be reduced to below 51%.
I think it makes me miss.
Really good.
Okay.
I use it
It
for
is a
my
very good
operative
ability, but
character.
yes, but it is a very good ability. But every fucking time Arik gets hit with take aim, he always fucking misses, and I don't know why. That should not be possible. Why
Stop
did you
getting
blow up the one in
fucking-
front of me instead of the
Stop
one to
getting
the left of you?
Probably get sand in his eye or
The
something. I don't know.
shadows will see it done.
Yeah, I'm throwing my pocket sand in his eye.
And
That
it's
is-
fine.
Yeah. You're getting confused with, take aim to I'm taking your aim.
As the tenets
That's
demand.
That is, I have a genuine question.
Hold on, gotta readjust. Swaps the blade. Does what he did. Pulls back out gun.
I have a genuine question though. Why the fuck did you come all the way down here to shoot my guy instead of shooting the guy that was right the fuck in front of you because you were right here?
You don't want to go kill that guy?
Why not that guy? They were at the same health! This is why combat takes so long!
No, it's not. Guy's dead.
Yes, it is! Motherfucker, I'd have killed him. And then you'd have killed that guy. And then Arik would have killed that guy. And the combat would have been over! Now,
I'm still
one of us has to
on
make
fire.
our way up there to that guy!
No, we don't.
No,
Eric's
Eric's
there for him.
gonna hit. What do you mean?
He doesn't have to
Erik's
take aim,
right there. And
He's gonna hit.
so he can't hit.
I'm gonna kill myself.
He ignores all the cover that's up there. He's fine.
Oh, there's a
Oh,
guy
look at that,
back
he's not
there.
dead. Oh, look at that, he's not dead.
He's at full HP.
I know.
Oh, he's dead.
Hey, still
Never mind, they're having a good fight.
parry.
Wow.
What the fuck?
That was rude.
My point stands. Not shooting that guy was a mistake.
Just fucking shoot from across the map.
It's fucking rude as hell, man.
I'm standing there.
Are you gonna swing at me? You gonna swing on me?
You
Hit him.
You don't have to spend this stance anymore.
Takes all my movement. Just going to.
5 times.
He has 2 health, just smack him.
Yeah, but I can walk down to this guy, I think. Yeah, I can kind of hit that guy. I can just,
Is
think
he
I had
on
it.
fire? No.
I have the footsteps of death to get to him, more than likely.
The guy on the left's just gonna sit there stealthily. Oh god. Alright, Enforcer Rutka, you got this.
He has 26 health. Rocky can do it. I believe in them.
Hey, he's just out of my screaming reach.
I mean, they're not going to get them in return
I wanna
anyway,
yell at him.
so it's fine.
I like to yell.
Oh, got this.
I shall endure
Somehow.
everything with unshakable faith.
Oh yeah, temp HP makes you stronger. Collectively 5 got.
Stand it!
Idiot! Ah, no, you missed. God damn it, man. You were so close. Needed one more blast on him. I see.
Everything's fine. Nothing has changed.
Why am I still on fire?
The Fire Lord Ozai demands it.
I disagree.
I feel fairly warm. I don't know what's wrong with you.
Catch my breath.
I'm fine.
He's got
I took no damage.
Oh yeah, Jocasta was there.
Jocasta's the only one of the 3 people hit by the grenade that survived.
The battle is over and silence descends once again upon the chapel. Flakes of ash whirl quietly in the air before coming to rest in the blood trickling slowly across the floor.
You ought to see this, don't you, Simon?
Gabella leans over the confessor's body and slices off the edge of his collar with her blade, revealing a tiny scar on the back of his neck. Looks just like the one the captured worker in the plasma drive chambers had. Except this one clearly healed a long time ago.
So he was connected to the genetic aberration as well. We don't have any mutants here. Cool. Delightful. We now know much more about the enemy. About how deep the poison of conspiracy runs within the veins of your ship. But the blood-spun web has wrapped itself around its base too tightly, and Nemsite can no longer hope to escape.
Lord Captain, we have a prisoner. Permission to finish off the cur?
No, Lord Captain, we have a pillar.
You see a pillow? No. That doesn't sound right. Carry on, please.
What?
Down with the tyrant.
What was this?
I was about to say,
it
who is
was
this you were
Medina.
giving us voices.
It was Medina back a while ago.
It was?
Yeah.
I thought it was, Dirt.
You were one of the initiates in the chapel as well. I think.
Oh, should have reminded me. I forgot.
Might be a different initiate though.
Our captain, you unharmed. Arak, formerly an enforcer and now an initiate, has not lost his usual cold composure despite the fact his white robes are stained with blood. He was very helpful.
Barako, how did you come to be here at just the right moment?
I was praying, your lordship. Ever since you spared me, I have been praying a lot. And when I saw those vermin pull out their weapons, I considered it unacceptable to stand aside. I may have been found a bad officer, but not once have I been called a bad fighter. I'm glad to see you in one piece. today. I will be praying to the God Emperor for your health.
I ask questions for you, traitor. I doubt you'll like the answers. Were you serving Nemesis for a cause or simply for money? He promised us freedom. Where is Nemesis' hideout? Even the confessor didn't know where it is. He was afraid of spies or giving his son's secrets away under torture, you see. You can't get to our champion. Are there any other senior officers helping you? Officers? Ha! There is no one among them who is pure. They only care for power and gorging themselves on the scraps you throw them. Or else they would have long since turned against you. How many more of you mutineers are hiding on my ship? I want to know your names. I want to know where you meet. Everything. The confessor said every compartment has people who fight for our cause. They promised to take me into the circle of our most devoted believers. Then I would know. But even then, I would tell you nothing. Not even under torture. I have learned all I need. They were waiting for us. It was a trap.
Yes, Lord Captain. Adalbert had been warned, yet he chose not to flee. Instead, he stayed behind to set a trap for us. Do you really believe this madness would succeed and he would somehow survive?
He did not want to survive. His only hope was to kill. Nemesis managed to turn his adopted father into a blade pointed squarely at Donin's throat. Just as Adalbert himself had once turned Nemesis into a weapon. Neither of them feared death.
That devious, mind-twisting beast. I've been going through my predecessor's archive recently, and I may have an idea as to what manner of creature this Nemesis is. We are dealing with a Kellermorph, a special variety of mutant filth in service of genetic cults. These creatures are made and raised to play the part of the people's leader, an inspiration for the mutinous rabble. A Kellermorph's purpose is to sow disorder and use the rebellion to eliminate the ruling elite, those who might be capable of opposing the Xenos.
Now let us decide what to do with our surviving traitor. Do not kill him. That's not words I expected Cabela to say. Do not kill him in vain. Those who follow the tenets of the web know that, just as we serve death, so too does it serve us. Allow the death of this man to become an instrument in your hands. I mean, Simon, that sounds more like her. Pass off the traitor's body as that of Nemesis, and instill fear in his supporters. The enemies will be forced to act to undo his deception, exposing himself in the process. And what would that accomplish? All warriors fight for something, be it fame, life, wealth, or their loved ones. Nemesis cares nothing for these things. He sacrificed kin, scorns glory, and amasses no riches. I'm sure he would gladly give up his own life, if necessary. Nemesis fights for an idea, and so that is where we must strike. Make his idea bleed, and he will be obligated to respond. And whoever is forced to react instead of acting, dies. We would just do as Cabela proposes.
We will make certain that the lower deckers believe their hero to be dead. We will leave the body to hang for a good long while, that the hope of the mutineers may rot alongside the corpse. That is one traitor dealt with, Lord Captain, but how many more have been poisoned by the false confessor's heresy? A new spiritual shepherd must be appointed quickly to banish any mutinous thoughts sown by the traitor from the minds of the crew and to strengthen their faith and obedience. Without the ship's confessor, the rabble will begin to whisper that the Emperor has forsaken us, and such doubts will only play into the rebels' hands.
Flagship gains an additional 50% crit chance from Merciless Salvos. From Blessed Shields. Shield strength on each side is increased by 10%. On the first option, you get Righteous Fervor, which gives the void ship and torpedoes additional 2 movement.
A little random.
Deal with it yourselves, gives also gives us Righteous Fervor, which give us additional 2 movement.
Righteous Fervor does not give the ship 2 movement, it gives attack crafts 2 movement.
Attack
So the
crafts
little
and
dudes.
torpedoes. You're right.
Yeah. Not the big ship. It is not us.
I'm not giving the Bloodspun Web more power.
Are you sure about that?
I don't want a Death Cult.
You have a death.
I'd have a Death Cult already.
You're not gonna get rid of the Death Cult.
I'll just let them be in the shadows and not the main face of everybody.
Sir.
What?
We know that's not true.
I don't want to deal with the Blood Cult.
You don't have to deal with the Blood Cult.
I don't want the Blood Cult in charge on the upper decks.
They already are, sir.
I don't want them actively everywhere.
They won't be. Best way to get the people to follow you.
I'm going to appoint a loyal crew member who is known for the strength of their faith. Someone the Children of the Void will recognize as their own. We do not want any outsiders.
As you command, I will order the chapel be restored as well.
Continue.
I will send agents to every deck. The next time Nemesite rears his head, which I am certain will happen sooner rather than later, we will be one step ahead of him and not the other way around.
Is something wrong? I am thinking about Nemesite, my adversary. The more I learn about him, the more I see a vague reflection of myself. A twisted reflection, perhaps, but all too familiar. Like me, he was forced to thread the path of servitude from an early age, stripped of anything that might stand in the way of duty. A champion and a zealot, left with nothing but an idea, forged and tempered by his mentor. You are different. He is a murderer, but you understand the true value of human death. It is true. Like a puppeteer, he pulls at the threads of others, people's destinies, tingling and severing them. When I cut these threads, it is only as the Undying One commands, with timely precision. I must stop Nemesite so that I may save your subjects from premature death. Helen Simon, our conversation is not yet over. Please stay with me for a few moments. There's something I want to ask. Simon, you need to know what happened. You and no one else. During the divination that revealed Adalbert's betrayal to me, my trance was interrupted. Instead of converging on a single point, my thoughts were thrown off into the past and I lost my thread. What distracted me were thoughts of you. You were thinking about me? Your image intruded my mind when it was supposed to be to act as a blade seeking its target. When all my being was focused on fulfilling my duty, my trance was broken and I committed offense against the Undying One. I was able to restore my trance and banish all thoughts that didn't belong. But that this happened at all is still worrying. You are dear to me, more so than I first realized. But my duty is that to serve the Undying One. What if your presence in my mind and my labyrinths go against the tenets? Thinking about someone you hold dear is perfectly normal. You don't understand. It may be normal for lay people, but not within the Bloodspun web. Not for me. If I lose control of what makes me a faultless weapon, then what will be left of me? Him and Simon, our fates are connected. We walk the same labyrinth? Tell me, what would you do if your mind's worries were to dull your resolve and mirror your spirit? I would accept that the appearance of someone important in my life was bound to throw things into a bit of disarray. Your life is in enough disarray as it is. Still, your ability to exist in the pandemonium without losing sight of your goal deserves some praise. Pandemonium is, what, 6-letter syllable word? Enough. Let us go back. Let me end this dialogue so I can save and quit. Great.
Great idea.
I am sorry for keeping you for a full half hour after you were quit.
It is okay.
Now,
Let us not dawdle.
Good night.
Have a good night, Caleb.
Good night.
we have killed the ship's confessor, who, in secret, acts with the forces of chaos to attempt to undermine the Lord Trader's power aboard his own vessel. What will happen next time on Warhammer 40k Rogue Traitor, the tale of Simon van Valancius?
That felt needlessly dramatic.
And I'm out. Cut the